Um, switch. Don't look at my fancy lighting.
Some more.
All right. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Lady J. Can you guys hear me? Just curious. Do I have my... Oh my gosh. And don't tell me my screen is a wacky again. Oh. Rotate device. Why is it doing that? Why is it saying rotate? I can't handle that if it does that again. You do hear me. Great. Hi, Jim. All right. It's showing me, it's showing me not sideways. I mean, like, it's showing me all wacky again, Elizabeth. I don't understand. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Susie. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Because you're sideways. I am, you wacky. I don't like it though. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. And you know what? On my screen, Elizabeth, it says rotate device. Maybe I can do that. Rotate device. Rotate device. What's that? Oh goodness, I don't care about that. It's gonna take a minute to show up on YouTube probably. But anyway, it says rotate device, but then it says it's still doing it. Flip camera. I don't want to do a live the wrong direction again. I don't want to stop streaming. No, I don't. Okay. Did you start the live in landscape? I thought I did. Now you're seeing all my crud. Okay. I don't know. See, when I flip it up to where it's showing it in landscape, like my phone is sideways, it says rotate device. But there's a lock on there. How do I unlock it? How do you unlock silly device? Reconnecting. You're live. Okay, good. Whew. I was like, where did I go? All right. And then we go down. It shouldn't be locked. It shouldn't be locked in landscape. I mean, in portrait. Because cancel. I don't want to rotate device. And it's, I don't know why it's saying, hi, you guys can see my face now. Instead of my wacky shelf. I left and came back in. Okay, is it okay? Anyone else got the spinning? Oh, the spinning wheel was probably, that was probably me, Jim. Sorry. I am trying to find my settings for rotating the phone. See, now I have, okay, device control. Back. Hi, Brenda. Debbie J, thank you. So sweet. Hi, Bethany. You guys are awesome. Okay, so underneath this, it says this phone, more controls. And it says that it's playing setting. But, my gosh. I guess I need more testing. And am I in black and white now? I feel like I'm in black and white. Okay, I'm going to flip it around. Rotate device. Boom. Boom. Okay. I'm just going to go down. Uh-oh. Everybody's... Yes, thank you, Debbie. Smash the like. Even if it's weird. I'm so sorry. I thought, oh, I got a handle on this time. Do you think so? No. All right. Well, you can see my hands. Hopefully. Good night, Lady J. Have a good evening. Or morning. I can't remember where you're at. Thank you. Yes. You can catch me next time. Hi, Melissa. All right. Can you turn your phone in the holder? I did, Jim. I mean, let me try. Let me try again. Oh, let me try again. See if that makes a difference. I don't think so, but we'll see. See, it's just going to turn the actual image that you're seeing. So now you like see me, the edge of the table. It's not. I tried changing I'm turning the device up like this. Boom. And it's not, and then I even turn it up and it's, I don't understand it. I'm going to have to try to play around with that later and figure it out, I guess. And figure out why it's saying rotate device, but it has a lock on it. It says rotate device, Elizabeth, and then it has a lock. I wish I could show you a picture. But anyway, whoops. And now my phone is gonna slip again. All right. Anywho. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Keeps it at that rotation. And I thought I had it figured out, but okay. I'll fix it next time. It might have been because I had it up right when I hit the schedule for later. So you're right. I must have. Anyway, I received this beautiful card that Elizabeth Costa-Rogers made. And I can't remember if it was from... I can't remember who you were on with. If you were just doing this by yourself. I'm trying to remember. I remember when you made these gel prints, but... Anywho, I thought in the card she sent me a bunch of the layers that she used in her card. And I thought, how cool is that? I have like this really shimmery green like piece and the yellow. So I don't have the exact materials that Elizabeth has as far as that, but I do have some bee stuff. So I thought I would try to recreate Elizabeth's card with my take, put my take on it. And the only thing that I did add was the card base because I needed to have the card base. But I have my layers and all that good jazz, and they're beautiful. So I don't remember either. It might have been with Deborah. Yes, might have been with Deborah. Elizabeth. Go where your flashlight button is. You have a padlock. Click on the padlock. Where am I? Oops! Good grief. I also have a loose screw on my phone. All right, let me see where my flashlight is. Oh my god. Let me put it upright and put on me. Let's see if we can see the flashlight. Flashlight. Flashlight turned on. Settings. Reconnecting. Because, you know, it gives you the circle every time I go out of it. All right. Everyone hold on to your, hold on. Okay. So anyway, here's my, I know, that's another thing. I'm so dizzy. Not with Debbie, but with Dawn. Yeah. You were with Debbie last night? What? Anyway, yes, but I made that card in gel prints weeks ago. That is what we are wondering, if I made them on a live by myself or with a guest. Yes, that's what she's that's what we're wondering, Crystal. Okay, so I think I am going to use this yellow as my base on my card. So I definitely am going to just start with that. I'm so glad I'm doing a card, guys, because I hadn't done a card yet. I was just saying that yesterday to Elizabeth. I'm like, oh, I haven't even made a card on my channel. Okay. Yes, Gloria. Okay. I know when you pull that, pull the screen down and I see like all my functions, like that you're saying, I see the little phone, the little lock inside my phone that shows um, the tourney, what do you want to call that? It's a symbol, the symbol. Um, and it won't. Yes. It won't, it's on to allow a rotation, but for some reason, yes, orientation, thank you. And it won't flip it, even with that on. If I turn it on lock, it's just going to stay the same. So I think Elizabeth and Bethany are, what they're saying is true, that whatever orientation your phone is in when you hit the live button or go live or schedule a live, it keeps it in that position, that orientation. So yeah. Oh, I really love this green, but okay, so here's my idea, guys. I really love this orange and yellow with the honeycomb kind of in there on the gel print. I love this one too, but I really love this one because it shows more of the honeycomb. And I love this yellow. I'm thinking I want to use this yellow. I want this green too, but I don't know. We're gonna hold off. All right. I think I'm gonna just set that aside. I'm gonna try this as a background. Now, the die that I have, Elizabeth used these little honeycomb shapes. I don't have, I do have a small one like that, but it's for a tag, and I'm not sure if I want that little circle like showing. That was the closest thing I had. And then I had also this little honeycomb, but what's going to happen is I believe it's going to cut out all those little honeycombs, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I want that. So I think, and I have this big one. This is from Hero Arts, because I do have the Hero Arts kit from last year, or the beginning, yeah, last year. And it's the bee kit. It's pretty. I don't see a name, but it's the My Monthly Hero kit. It's really cool. So I have some bees and I have some honeycombs. So I can utilize these stamps if I feel the need, but I'm going to try to go with the dies. So I think this was one of the, like the standalone dies that came with it. So I think I might try to position this and cut this honeycomb. I said tag. Just remembered I'm supposed to start making my Christmas tags, so I actually finished them on time. Oh, Bethany, you should start your Christmas tags so that you have them done on time. 2 colors and swap the innards. Yes, I could, Elizabeth, but instead of doing, I am going to do the 2 colors, but instead of swapping innards, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this one so that I have it, and then I'm going to cut the honeycomb. I'm going to position my honeycomb in a different orientation, since, you know, I'm filming in a different orientation. I'm going to do the same thing with my die. I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to cut it again. So it's going to kind of, it's going to be cut in 2 ways. But first thing I want to do is maybe, I'm trying to think, do I want to, I think I want to cut these down so that I have a little bit of the outside showing. Because what's the point of having that yellow if I can't see it, you know? So I'm going old school on my old trusty cutter. 4 by, whoop. Everything I have is old, but it's trusty. And 5 1/4. So I'm gonna go that. And this is where I'll have to be careful. I'm gonna do this in the same fashion. 4 by 5 1/4. I think I was too, Crystal. Am I behind? Oh, are you? Yes, I am actually using a paper trimmer. You betcha, because that's what I have. I have a guillotine trimmer. I have a little mini guillotine trimmer too, but it's not like the Tim Holtz little guy. It's, I don't know if I have it handy here. Okay, it's probably, I believe it's the same brand as my heating tool. Look, my heat tool is old also, but it's trusty. It's by Nicole. It's like years, it's from the 1900s. As Lydia Fiedler would say. From the late 1900s. Make sure and I could show you my die cutting machine also. That too is old. It's like an old cuddle bug. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna line this up where I see fit. I think it's gonna be kind of like that. Pull a piece of tape off the top of my die cut machine. Oh, it's neon green? Oh, that's cool. What brand is it, Jim? Is it just an off-brand, or is it like a Wow or a Ranger or one of those kinds? I definitely will be, I see myself upgrading my die cutting machine though at some point, only because, not because this one doesn't work, because boy, it's been good to me, but my shoulder and trying to hold the machine and crank, it just, even opposite, it's hard to do. But I'll tell you, oops, did I not make it through? Okay, line it up. Silly me. Usually I go through without a problemo. So let's try that one more time. Of course, I pulled my tape off. Put my tape back on. Stay. It looks like it went through in most of the areas. That's weird. I wonder if it's the acrylic coating from your from the paint on it. Gave it a little extra. Same as yours. Oh, by Nicole. Oh, cool. Cool. All right, so it cut this time. Hopefully it's not off in any way. So here's all my little honeycombs, which I'll save in case I do want to use them. Yeah, I think it's the, wow, where this paint is, the layers of the paint, that's where it's catching. I've never had that happen with this dye. I did slide off my marker a little bit, but that's okay. I kind of expected something was going to happen with the... Huh. Sorry, guys. Maybe I should have cut it out beforehand. I don't want to ruin my paper. I'm hoping I can cover this anyway. Let me see. There's my other piece. All right. So we can cover that over. Oops, you know what? No one reminded me to put it on live chat. Live chat. Okay. Not that anyone's chatting. So yeah, Elizabeth, that's really odd. That's weird that it would not, I've never had it do that, like not wanna, after I just said my cuddle bug was trusty. Shame on it. I might have needed a shim for this gem. I'm going to try this one. I'm going to put a shim in there because I think that I don't need all of these open, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these two pieces together and it's going to look like it's a dimensional hive, the layers, which, speaking of hives, my beekeeper came by today and oh my goodness, I got to take some pictures of the inside of the hive. It was so cool. I asked him, I'm like, can I take pictures? He's like, sure. So it was really neat. I'm trying to think of how I want to line this up. So I have that there. Yeah, see, I'm not going to see some of that that's up there. I'm just going to see a few pieces. I want to try to I'm gonna hook that down for a minute. I want to try to position this where I'm going to see a few of these yellow honeycombs coming through so that you can at least tell that it's got something behind it. But this is where that not shimming this layer will save me doing this one. So I think I'm going to go even further because I know the original position is with the 5 on top. So I'm going to see if I can go all the way around. Some of the thin dyes are just too thin. You can glossy accent the ones that don't pop out right. Yeah, I could. Absolutely, I could. Yeah, sometimes it gets crazy. But I've never had this one give me any trouble. Like I said, it's just weird. But I noticed it feels like this paper is thin copy paper, but it's almost like there's, I don't know. Okay, guys. Make a decision, Dawn. What do you guys think? I want to be able to see some of that under, so I think I'm gonna go this way. I really don't see a lot with that though. Ah! Okay. Let's do this. Now, I'm going to line these up just for the purpose of looking through. And I'm going to hold this up to my light so I can kind of see where I am laying it. I kind of know that I want it like that, but which way I want it, but I want to hold it up and see what I got going here. Make sure I'm over the... Okay. And I'm going to shim this time. Okay, maybe we got it this time. Let's see. Why, yes, it looks like we did it. Yes, it would, Marylanders. Oh yeah, see? And I got lots of honey in those little pods. And that's, oh my gosh, that is exactly how the hive today. My beekeeper was saying, though, he is a little disappointed because he put a second tier on a few weeks back. And he was hoping that it would be full, like completely full, because I guess in beekeeping, we're nearing the end of the season now in Maine. There was a huge amount of what he called brooding, which was apparently all the larvae or whatever that will hatch. And I didn't think to ask him like what happens through the winter. I think they kind of just go dormant. But all right, much better. Oh, I'm gonna have honeycombs all over my room tonight. So let's see. I was gonna do the orange on top and the yellow underneath, but I think I'm gonna do the yellow on top and the orange underneath, because then it looks like it's kind of it looks like it's shadowed. All right. I hear things walking outside. All right. So I'm trying to see what Elizabeth used on her card. Let's see, she used some foam squares and it worked just and dandy. Shaker bits. Oh my gosh, speaking of shaker bits, I meant to show you guys the other night. Check this out. Oh, I just realized my phone. Oh, somebody should have yelled at me. So look at my shaker bits. I made the little clay bits. I added some sequins, some yellow and black ones and some little iridescent ones. But you guys, I did little bees and the little canes. They're not like perfect, but it was just a practice run to see if I could get it small enough and have it look like close to what I wanted it to. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I think yellow was a little neonish, but... And then the head got kind of distorted, so it looked like so huge. So I don't know, like where the head and the... It's hard when you're rolling it down that thin, but It was really cool. I could do shaker bits and do the bees in it, but we'll see. I also, with that bee kit and this dye from Hero Arts, I got the honey lacquer. So I think I may use that. I think I may use that. Oh, I gotta remember to stay on camera. There's a holla. Have to holla at me. Awesome sauce. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I want to try some more. I think I'm going to try to do some more for Halloween. I want to try to do some ghosts and some spiders and some spider webs. Oops. We're going to see. But I can't get better if I don't keep practicing, so I'm going to keep trying while I have the clay to do it. You know. And so yes, I should make some of those, Maureen. I should make zombie farts. I mean, what would Halloween be without any? For sure. Too funny. I crack myself up. That should be okay. We'll see. Now's the fun part. And I have no nails. For some reason, as I get older, my nails are getting thinner and more brittle, and they do not want to grow well. Or it's just my DNA. Because I do have a friend who's in her 70s, and her nails are gorgeous, so I guess it's not everyone. She also drinks milk, and I don't. I drink almond milk, almond coconut milk. But it's not worth drinking milk to get my nails to grow. Oh, great, Mary. I'm glad that you got to see the video, the bead video. Very fun, yeah. It was very fun. It's always a fun time. I always learn so much with Elizabeth. Oh, I hate covering that up because I love that orange one so much. But, you know. Okay. And I think, yeah, we'll use some liquid glue. But I think what I'm going to do, too, is I want to distress it a little bit. Ooh. See, there's such a shiny finish on here. It's like, because my ink pad's not that juicy. Yeah, it's a little drier on here. Yes. Okay, you were doing the learning, but I learn a lot. I love going on with you. And you know what's fun is watching you learn what you're doing. I'm also learning too, because it's helping me to know how to direct someone in learning something. But it's also really cool to see the other person's take on how they interpret what they're learning, I guess, if that makes sense to you guys. I love that more than anything. It helps me learn. All right, so these little guys are going to be stubborn. And I can get rid of some of those. So it's not exactly what I had envisioned, but that's okay. And like I said, I'm trying not to use any other paper but what Elizabeth sent me. So I got to figure out what to do my bee in, and which bee I want. I think so. Elizabeth's card's in this orientation. Mine is in this orientation. I think I love this bee here. So I think I'm going to use this one. Oops. And I forgot to get a block. Boom. Oh, let's see. What does it look like on top of the black and white honeycomb? Black and white honeycomb. The bee? Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. Let's see. I don't know if that would work better or looking at it like this, maybe. Can you see that without a glare or at all? Are you talking about the bee? Dave drinks rice milk. Oh, cool. What does it look like? Hi, Linda Tobin. How are you? Vitamins might work for the nails. I can't drink dairy milk either. Yeah, me either, Tressa. Me either. Your other layers of honeycomb. Oh, on top of the... I see what you're saying. Oh, Jim, you're a genius, you know? I wonder... Oh, that's a great idea. And I have several pieces of this. Maybe I'll do my bee in this. The same as Elizabeth did, because I do kind of like it with that. It looks like, I can't remember. She had just a die. I don't know if it was a Tim Holtz die or what that die is, but it's very pretty. I love it. It's so big. It's a big die. Yeah, I really like that. And check this out. This one has a little yellow in it. Oh, what do you think? I love that. Me likey. Yeah, me too, Jim. You have such a good eye for this. Telling ya. Yeah, when I create from now on, I'm gonna go live. So you guys have good ideas. I didn't even think of that. So let's see how we need to do this, because I need to make sure that I'm going to cut it down, I guess, just like I did the others, so it catches the edges, because I can't just cut a snippet out because of these open areas. They are offset in different places, and I don't want to miss something and not have a place to glue. So I think I'm just going to do the 4 by 5 1/4 again and just layer it, which stinks because I'd like to keep this piece, like more of this piece. But like I said, I do have another, and that's cool because I can use this and you won't even see that little piece that Elizabeth used on hers. Oh, I love it. Oh, love, 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 love. Try to find my VersaFine ink. All right. So this one I'm going to just glue directly. Good, getting my stuff together for tonight. Yay, Linda! Woohoo! Yeah, I think this is going to work out good. What time is it? 7:45? I'll be done by 8. That'll give everybody time to do what they need to before you go live. And Crystal is a huge supporter of Gina K, and I do believe Gina K is going live at 8 p.m. and I want to try to respect that too. So I know she likes to watch, but I want her to watch me, but I also want her to not feel that pressure to stay here with me and miss Gina K. Gina K is awesome, and I've been watching Gina K for years too. Since she was on Stamp TV. That long. Stamp.ning. I don't know if anybody else watched her that far back. Her kids were just little. Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right. Oop. Blast from the past. Yes, for sure. Yes, she's got a new release. Yes, and I'm excited about it. Not that I can buy it, but, you know, I like to see it. Yeah, so that's going to look pretty. I really like that with the dark and the yellow on the edges. I love the yellow. I love the yellow, but I'm curious also to see, I want to see what this fossilized amber would look like. I want to, I'm going to pull out my little mat so I can make a mess and then pick it up. Thank you guys for sticking in there, even though my orientation is bad. It's horrible. So I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Do you think I should add the fossilized amber around the edges of this yellow? Or do you think I should just leave it and leave the contrast? Or maybe just swipe it? Oops, like that. Anyone? Anyone? You like the contrast? Okay. I shall leave it. Let me get rid of that. And that. You guys, for next week, I'll try so hard to get the orientation. I'll try to practice this weekend. And see if I can get this figured out. We got the redirect figured out. That was the big thing the other day, but I didn't even think about how to work on my orientation. Elizabeth, thank you so much for throwing in the papers with the card I won or whatever, or rack. I don't know what it was, but it's absolutely beautiful. I was so happy. I got the mail and I was like, oh, look what I got. Now, I think I'll take this yellow piece from the center. I can probably do my B on that. Let's see how it looks. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., if that's okay. Yeah, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Chat at 1 p.m. Nice. Hi, Lisa. Did I already say hi to you? You guys are so supportive. Thank you so much. Let's hope that soaks in to Elizabeth's awesome paper. I love using somebody else's. It's such a nice, I love it. You know, you use your own your gel pulls, and it's great. I love using mine for things like when I did the beads or even backgrounds on cards. I love it. But it's so fun and new to use somebody else's that you can look at. Like when you look at your own, I feel like you know what you did and how you did it. And even though I watched Elizabeth do this, you miss things because life still happens while you're watching her. It does for me anyway. I'm always up and down through lives and I try to pay attention, but now I wondered, I had a feeling about that. I'm going to try my Misty just in case. I'm going to try it again. I'll try it on this because I don't know if it's the paper or if it's just my stamping. Because you never know. Maybe it's both. But I told you I felt like it had a coating on it. You might need archival ink. Oh, I might. And you know what? I don't have any in I have Memento black. I don't have any actual archival ink. I need to get some. I don't have appropriate tools, Jim. I'm lacking. Oh, Bethany. Gina K has some awesome stuff. She really has an amazing line. Oh, let's hope that stays there. If it doesn't come out, that's okay, because you know I was just going to use the die because that's what Elizabeth did. There's no stamping on this bee. She just die cut it. But my dies weren't as intricate. It's just kind of a blobby shape, and I thought I can't just die mine because if I just die cut it, it's gonna look like this on the paper, and people are gonna go, "What the heck is that?" It looks like a flower. So I wanted to stamp it. So even if it's light, that's okay. I'm good with that. I won't be, as Elizabeth says, I won't be sad about it. Oh no, your husband stole your archival ink? That's too funny. Yes, Crystal. She does only have online now. Her brick and mortar is, she moved from that and moved into the warehouse. And now it's just a warehouse. All right. So let's try this. Do I even have the right die? That's the thing with the Hero Arts too. Sometimes I get like, oh God, is this the right die? But I do think it is. Let's hope. And I think if it's not stamp and emboss, yeah, I guess I could emboss it too, but you know what? I like the kind of distress look like yours has. I kind of like that about the not full stamp. Same with this one. I kind of like this one better actually. But, you know, I'm going to cut them both and see what happens. I will choose then. Now see, that one went fine. Without a shim. Without a shim, Jim. It went right through. A flight radar app? Huh. It sounds like something I used when my daughter went to Europe. We had an app that we could use that they gave us to be able to follow her flight when she flew Air France because I was a hot mess. She flew Air France 3 weeks after the Air France flight went missing back in 2009, I think. 2010 she graduated. Let me see, 2010. I want to say it was 2009. Oh, I like that too, but it might be, I think I'm going to go with the orange. What do you guys think? I think the orange is too, I think the orange is more contrasting. Simple edges. The honeycomb had more edges. Huh? Wait. Simple edges. The honeycomb had more edges. Hi, Judy. Bring it up into the camera. Okay. Oh, it probably would help. I'm kind of looking up there now and I'm like, oh my God, you can't see. All right. What do you think? Hopefully it's not doing the bouncy thing it did last night. What do you think? So that's the orange. And this is the yellow. The orange. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And I think I will pop it up because why not? I gotta look for my, here it is. Yeah, I hope I can get that figured out. It really bums me out. I saw that come up like that and I was like, oh, not again. I remember being such a techie person when I was younger. Now my brain won't have anything to do with it. It's just like, nope. And it happened as my kids grew too, and they got better at tech. My kids just did it all, so I didn't have to. They like knew all the things. Oh, I love this. I would say I could pass it on, but there's not enough scraps for somebody. Maybe someone could probably figure it out. So this stuff, guys, is amazing. You guys probably have it. It looks like honey when it dries. Put it on the white. It dries like three-dimensional and it looks like honey. I don't know if I can get that to focus any better in the camera. Can you see? I'm trying to look on the screen for the YouTube channel too, so I can, but it's amazingly awesome. And I pick up this blending tool. And I got to think about a sentiment also. Okay, so there's a little tiny bit of green. Elizabeth has more green in hers on this one. And she layered her green behind, where I didn't layer the green. I did all the other things. But I do have some green in mine too. So I think I can get away with doing some green. And I think just don't look it. Right. No looking the lacquer. No looking the lacquer. So I'm thinking this is kind of shiny. So I'm thinking I probably and I think I like this sentiment that says sweet as can be. I'm going to use a StazOn black because I don't have a nice ink like Jim was mentioning, the what do you call that stuff? Archival ink. So I'm gonna get this on. Oh, I wonder if this will fit. Oh no, it won't. Darn. All right. Let me get up in the camera here. Bye, Crystal. I'm almost done, guys. Almost done. I need to do that trick I saw someone do. I think I put foam tape on this, right? My inner cover. So it comes up with my cap. You know, everybody, oh wait, this says it's archival. Someone told me I want to be careful with this stuff as it doesn't last. Night, Debbie J. Thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner. No, I appreciate the testing we did the other day. I'm so thankful for the redirect stuff. Thank you again for that. You guys, I'm such a sloppy stamper. I'm so sorry. I'm not a good example for... It's horrible. Maybe I do have to emboss this one, because it might not come out. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the anti-static tool. My little anti-static. I thought StazOn was archival. It is. It is archival. That's why I just noticed when I was stamping with it. I was like, oh, look, it's archival. Because that's what Jim said earlier. But I was thinking archival as in this archival. Like the Ranger archival ink. Yeah, don't rush, Dawn. We're still here. Okay, thank you, Linda. Oh, that was much better. I love that. Okay. Good. That works for me. Hey, if I can read it, I'm like that kind of stamper. If I can read it, I'm like, okay, that's good. Oh, no. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I had physical therapy today, and I thought she was killing me. I'm like, listen, if you kill me off now, I can't come back, and you don't get any more money for services. It was horrible. So, Elizabeth, I want to preserve this paper. You can't see it because my trimmer is too long. But maybe you can. No, I'm off screen. That's all right. I'm just cutting. So this is what I did. Look, I just took the corner. Because I don't want to, I love this. And I'll see if I can use it with something else or a little bit more of the paper. And it feels so sharp, and I do like the corners, but I don't know. I'm going to, well, maybe since it's a B card, I'll go with the smaller. No, I want the bigger. I just can't make up my mind, folks. I'm going to go like this. Boom. Boom. My gosh, it's so cute. I was going to use a little circle label that I have. Oh my gosh, I just heard thunder. Like big time. But I wanted to try to stick with the challenge of just using the papers that Elizabeth sent me. I didn't want to pull anything out of my own stash. I just wanted to use what I pulled out of her envelope. So, bye, Bethany. Have a great night. Good night, Trissa. I'm sorry I'm missing you guys. Yeah, Elizabeth, is this with Lunar Paste? Oh, no, the paper's not, Jim. The paper is an actual shimmer cardstock. It's very pretty. There's no Lunar Paste on that. This, nothing is shimmery like Lunar Paste, so I don't think there's no Lunar Paste on this stuff. I want to say it's just acrylic paint, I guess. Good night, Gloria. All right, so I think I'm going to take some of these funky holes where things didn't come out quite as planned and put some honey in there. Add some honey. It might look a little funny. The honey. The honey might look a little funny. But that's all right. We're going to go with it. I'm just going to fill some in. Maybe I'll do a drip or two somewhere. I wish I could show you guys, but I'm on my phone filming. I'll have to post on Instagram the picture of the inside of the hive today when my beekeeper took it out. It was so cool looking. So cool looking. I don't know. I'm just doing some spots here and there. Ooh. But there was lots of honey. Lots of honeycomb, which makes me happy because you know what? He gives me the jars of the honeycomb, the wax, the beeswax. I love it. So I'm going to go down a little bit and make it look like it's dripping. In a couple of spots. All right. Might have to play with that image, Dawn. Okay. Yes. You know what? I sit here and rhyme in my head while I'm creating. Like when I'm by myself. I have someone downstairs will holler upstairs. What? But I do the same thing. He sits down there and talks to himself. And then I holler down. Well, not to himself. He yells at the news. So there we have it, guys. 5 minutes over what I wanted to go over, but that's okay. I'll hold it up a little. Make sure I'm in camera. I'm so happy that you guys stopped by and watched me and supported me and guided me and coached me and all that good jazz. Yes, you did, Pam. Does your keeper make 3 batches of honey, the light, medium, and dark as the season goes along? Nope, okay, so this hive that I have, there's pictures on my Instagram when it was just one tier, and then he came and he added a tier. The hive that I have is a split. So he had a hive at his house, and it was so big that he wanted to split the hive and make another hive. So he took a tier off that was full of bees, capped it, and brought it here. And he brought it here because the place where he wanted to put it was too close to his home. And you have to have it more than 3 miles away from the original hive or the bees will fly home. So, so he asked if he could put it here, and I said yes. And it was just supposed to stay here temporarily. But thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Brenda. And so anyway, when he brought it, it was queenless, and it just had the bees that were, in that tier. And he ordered a queen, and we waited, I want to say it was almost 2 weeks, maybe 3, before the new queen was ready. And then he came over, and it was a little tiny wooden box, not even as big as this block. I want to say it was small, like maybe just 3/4 of it, or 2/3 of it. And it was green on one side, and it had a hole in the end of it, and in the end of it was a piece of hard candy. Inside the box was the queen and 2 drones to keep her companion, to give her companionship. So, bye, Linda. I'll see you at 9. But anyway, so, and then as he drops her in, it takes a few days. He said, like, sometimes up to a week, but usually just like 3 or 4 days, for the bees that are in the hive already to eat through the candy, which in turn releases the queen. So now this hive has a queen. So after it had been established for a couple months, he brought over a second tier and added that to the top because the bottom tier looked like it was quite busy. But today when he checked it, he was like, man, I'm disappointed, because he goes, I really thought that they would do more. They had tons of broods, tons of honey, the honeycomb, and there was tons of honey on the bottom tier, but not as much as he had wished. Like, it wasn't full. And then there wasn't a lot on the second tier. So, but yeah, but it was really cool. I've been watching them for a while, and they're just so awesome. They're amazing creatures. And yeah, and unfortunately, let me just say, I guess bees do not have a long life. They only live a short period of time, unfortunately. That's why they're constantly fertilizing the queen, so that there's new bees being produced. So, yes, thank you. You're welcome, Jim. Yeah, well, after a while, that's what it was. He saw the bees were so busy. He was like, if they're not bothering you, if you don't mind me keeping it here, I'll keep, I'd like to leave it. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to keep them. So, pretty cool. But there you have it, guys. There's my card for tonight. Here's the card that Elizabeth sent me. I used the exact same papers that she used. Super awesome. I love it. It's wildflower. There is clover, because we have clover. but it's kind of mixed, Jim. It's wildflower. I have a ton of wildflower gardens, so a ton of wildflowers, and that's another reason why he wanted to keep it. Plus, I have fruit trees, and yeah, so it's really cool. I'm disappointed I don't have another apple tree. I have two apple trees that are the same, um, and they aren't producing apples. I thought you had to have more than one tree, which meant two of the same. It didn't matter, but apparently you need two different types of apples in order for them to produce apples. But Candy imprisoned queen. Yes, Mary, that's how it works. It's really cool. Ah. And the other bees, what they do is they eat their way through that candy. Really cool. So when the beekeeper came back a week later to check, he just waited a week to make sure that it was opened. Um, the little box was empty of a queen. It still had a drone in there that must have been like they're kind of like just all I can think of is Star Wars, those things that just walk around and they're kind of like the that's kind of what the drones do. I mean, they serve an important purpose because they do fertilize. That's what they do. And right now, the actual worker bees are getting ready to push all of the drones from the hive because the drones don't do anything except for fertilize the queen. Like they do no work. So the worker bees will kick them out. They're gonna say hasta la vista, baby, because they do no work as far as bringing in honey. They do fertilize, and in my thought that's work too, but they eat the honey. They eat the honey. So, yep. And so the worker bees, they don't want that. They don't want them eating the honey. So out they go. They're eating everything the worker bees are working for, working to make, taking all the profit. So they start kicking them out, which is really strange. Like the whole process, like I said, it's very fascinating. But all right, guys, good night. I'm gonna get off here so I can go and get ready for Linda's live. I wish I could redirect you all there, but nowhere close to being able to do that yet. And I will see you later. Thank you, Elizabeth, for moderating. Sounds like my Maureen. That's too funny. Oh, that's cool, Jim. Good night, Pam. Next week, we'll try again. I'll see you guys later. Now I need to figure out how to end my live. Dun, dun, dun. X, stop sharing, maybe? Video